This is VRoc. 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 Chops. This is VRoc. Chops.
Let's advance on. I know what the last probably 4 years ago, 5, you had this thing called you was a part of called Drumline Live.
Yeah,
You know,
Drumline Live.
let's talk about that. I heard, I seen, clips and all this stuff, but let's get into like what was that all about? How did they go? What I'm saying, what was the goal of it? What everything you got out of it?
Yeah, so they found me first and foremost on YouTube about this is me wrapping up my years at K-State, having financial aid issues. It's like, say yeah, 07, 08. And I'm like, look, I just got to go back home. My mom getting older. I need to focus on this. I'll figure it out later. So when I got there, the whole drumming thing was still in me. That's when I started working with the Saints drum line, the little kids. So I would just, be making videos, and somebody contacted me on YouTube, and they was like, hey, have you ever heard of such and such tour? We want you to come on tour with us. I totally ignored it. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
so it was another guy that got in contact with me on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
and he looked very professional, got the suit and tie on. So I was like, hold on, this is real, hold on. And I'm like, yeah, what's it about? They sent me a YouTube clip, and I watched it, and I'm like, sure, I'll audition, And so I went to audition with that, and it's basically just like the movie Drumline, but it's a stage play, and there's no dialogue. There's really, the history of HBCU, shout out to Motown, a battle scene to where it's like it's some comedy into it, but
Yeah.
not too serious.
Uh-huh.
And that was when they helped me build a character, because when I went up there and started battling, I was mugging.
Yeah.
I was up there, and they was like, you got to think about it, it's 5-year-olds in the crowd. They
Right.
want to see crowd engagement.
Man.
So they actually helped me pick up that entertainment side,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And Mr. Roberts, Don P. Roberts, shout out to him, man. He like really gave me an opportunity to, do so many things, because it's only maybe like 30 cast members, but
Mm-hmm.
you wear so many hats.
Yeah.
I did drum set, I did like a Michael Jackson like scene, like it was so much you can do, and it kind of like he'll watch you operate. And I'm a goofy dude. I'll be in the corner, I'll be flipping, I'll be doing this. He used to come to us, and I remember about 2 years ago, me and Marcus Joyner, we had this thing to where everybody was playing the snare, and we ran and we flipped.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I only made y'all do that because I saw y'all doing that. You know what I mean? So he kind of watches what you do and be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that in the script. I mean, y'all ain't gonna be out here flipping for no reason. But
Right.
and we went from city to city. We was in Japan for a month or two.
Yeah, I saw. I remember that. Well, Ike was with y'all too, right?
Yeah, so Ike was the one that I watched. I kind of watched his mannerisms, and then I was on tour after Ike, and then a couple years later we was on tour together.
Okay, okay. So it's been going on
Yeah.
for a while.
That I know of since 2008,
Okay,
and it really got out there like 2010, 2011.
okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's dope, bro. Now that you mentioned, like, I never understood like what it was. I knew y'all were doing it, and I saw y'all with the band uniform, but it was an actual play, and I'm a little real interested right now, bro. I need to see this whole thing. So
Yeah.
cool, man. So let's talk about what you do with your high school kids, man. I know I seen y'all be you be posting them,
Hmm.
how they doing, how they what's going on with those guys and young ladies.
So from the drum lines that I had from East High School, the Saints drum line and things like that, I really I let them pick their own thing. And it gave me a chance to use my abilities. So when I taught cadences, they would always come back and be like, "Hey, Mr. Woods, can we learn this?" I'm like, "Nah, Bama State play that. We ain't gonna learn that." "Hey, can we play this?" "Nah, man, soccer like let's make up our own stuff."
Right.
But at the same time, I was like, "Okay, I get it. Y'all want to play certain cadences that other schools play. All right, cool." But everyone start picking their own way.
Mm,
So I've had kids, a handful of kids that, of course, went to Kentucky State. Some
mm,
of them graduated now. I had a whole handful of kids went to Jackson. Some of them graduated now. I had one. Now this is interesting. DeAndre, since he was in the ninth grade, he was like, "I'm going to UAPB." We was like, "Why?" You know what I mean? He was like, "That's just what I love," and he was serious about it. That's where he went.
yeah.
He marched. He did his thing. Graduated, and that. But that was something that he did. And then I had those handful of kids that was real good in drumline. I'm talking about hands. But they went to like Illinois University. They ain't want to march no more. And I had to let them know, like, bro, that's cool. Like, you still listen to me. I'm just giving you marching band as an option.
Right.
You don't have to do it,
Right.
but it's just an option. That's it. You know, I got kids, they went to Berkeley. I got some kids that they ain't even go to college. They went to culinary school. And I'm like, you listen, that's all I wanted you to do is just let you know that you have options available.
Right.
And there's a couple other schools. They kind of went everywhere. Of course, Central State. I had one go down to Miles a couple years ago. And one went the whole opposite route. He went to March for Purdue.
Uh,
You know what I mean? And he was a drum corps kid anyways, like even in
okay.
high school.
Okay.
So one went to Fresno State, and I was like, "How'd you get out there? How'd you get to Cali?"
California.
So
Okay.
everywhere, man. They schools I can't even think of right now, but
Man, that's
they
that's
went.
that's dope, bro. We had our guys kind of, I don't want to say they stay in the box, but you know they what they're exposed to, they love it, especially like a lot of the guys I get, because I get them from sixth grade. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times I start with my feeder, and I work with them, and then it just becomes a part of what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? I make their own
Hmm.
decisions. They go where they want to go. I try to
Right.
put them to certain places, but if it don't go, you know what? It's still gonna be good. It's gonna be all love, man. And
Hmm.
so, and it's good, man. Like I said, you got so many kids that that you've taught and helped and motivated and push them on to become successful, man. And that's one of the biggest things that this percussion and structure thing should be about. You know what I'm saying? Just preparing them for life after, especially like putting it on a, sometimes kids don't respond well to higher authority. You need somebody in
Hmm.
the middle that can kind of meet them right there. They can come up to. Then once they get to where that, then they can go to the next level, bro. So yeah,
Right.
man. So what's next? I know you got a YouTube channel. I'm gonna get all that information too. But what the drum prophet got going now?
Yeah. So still doing the course. Private lessons within the city. And, I always keep that going, virtual lessons and things like that. But right now, I had a series that I started to work on, and then I just wanted to keep it at like 5 episodes. Just basically just giving some positive feedback to like just random footage. Now
Mm-mm.
that I'm actually working on the next season now, but then I'm gonna start mixing in maybe like high schools, maybe drum
Yeah,
corps. But I wanted to cater towards what I know.
right.
Drum
We talked
corps, I
about
feel
this.
like they have their exposure. Nothing against them, but this is something that we do. And I try to stay away from the negative feedback. I just kind of get some enlightenment in it. Get some comedy in between, and then I'm also working on my actual music book. So I figure that every time I get students, I always set up a curriculum for them. I'm like, can you read? All right. What's your goals? Blah blah blah. All right, go to the music store and get this book. I'm telling you to go get a music book that I can write on my own.
Bro, we on the we on the same page with that, man. I thought
See what I'm
about that.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I like to market towards that 6, 7 on up age group, because
Yep.
like you say, you remember you was saying it's the producer of the show you was on, like, hey, it's kids out, it's 5-year-olds. That's been
Right.
my thinking for a while. Even with how I put our shows together uh
Hmm.
for Whitehaven, so that was my whole thought process. I like, okay, we know we can play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The other drummers know we can play.
Right.
Let's add some stuff to it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people
No
like, man, he
question.
biting off this. We don't do that. I don't care. Me personally, when you learn me, you learn that I don't care about other people's opinions. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, what you think, what you thought, or what you know what I'm saying. I didn't care. This is what we're gonna do. It's gonna work. Now I was nervous, but
Yeah.
you got to step out. You know what I'm saying? And remember, like man, I try to reach from the age 5 to 60, 75. You know what I'm saying? Something for everybody, cause that's who be at those events. So man, that's kind of how I was thinking of for doing like a little book and stuff like that. And then too, me and you talked about the little the little series thing you
Mm-hmm.
gonna do. I'm gonna drop one on here too. uh, I'm called it Inside the Battle, where I take two groups that's battling and
Mm-hmm.
talk to a representative from each group and just, you know what I'm saying, just go back and forth and just think about, hey, what was going on here? What y'all think? You know what I'm saying? So exactly, it's pretty much kind of like what you got going, bro. And I'm gonna post it on your your channel, man. Make sure we get
Yeah.
people to support your channel, man. Subscribe to your YouTube channel, bro. You know I'm all about networking, bro. So
Yeah. We need it. You know what I mean? Like the culture needed. There's so many avenues for different sports outlets, to where it's from sports analysts to breaking footage down to
right,
talking about their personal life. So it's like, why can't we do the same thing, in drumming? And it's there. And luckily we knowledgeable enough, people to actually put it in some information and get information from some people. And I don't talk about nothing I don't know. If I
right,
don't know about it, I'll be like, nah, I can't help you on that. I'm gonna stay out of it. I don't want to feed no false information.
right,
You know what I mean? Then they be like, well, Paul said. I'm like, no, time out. I ain't say that. So I just try to keep it, what I mean, copacetic, man. Definitely big ups to you, because I see what you're doing, man. Like, we need it out here. You know what I
man.
mean? And there's so many of us that wants to do it, they just don't have the time.
Right,
And I create the time. I don't have the time either. I
right,
drive trucks, but at the same time, two things I'm gonna make time for is my kids and my gift.
right,
I'm gonna make some time for
right.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So big
definitely,
ups to
bro.
you, man.
Man, I appreciate it. Big props to you too, bro. So, but man, I appreciate your time, bro. I don't want to hold you too long. I know you busy, you rolling. So, I'm gonna get all your information so I can post it on this, and we're gonna keep this thing going, man. We're gonna get you
Yeah,
back again because I know as life progresses, something's gonna happen, and we're gonna have
so
to hear from
much,
the nonprofit, man. We're gonna have to hear from
so
you, bro.
much.
Man, I
I'm always
appreciate you,
here,
man.
man. Blessings. Happy New Year to you, brother.
Happy New Year to you and your family, man. Y'all be safe. You be safe out here with this COVID too, bro. Man,
Yeah,
provide goods for the people, bro. So that's very I see
said it.
I see right, man. I keep mine with me too, bro. So don't
Yes,
worry.
sir.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, man. Till next time, everybody, y'all remember, don't forget. Always know the chops don't stop, man. Y'all have a good one.
This is VRoc Chops.